Welcome to The Junction, where we explore daily topics that shape our lives. In the last episode, we looked at the proposed taxes by Treasury and analyzed how they are going to impact on our daily cost of living. Now, today, we are going to look at the politics of contradictions. We look at the politicians who are in office today and the promises that they made then, and whether they are trying in any little way to hold themselves to those promises or they were just means to get to office. Karibu. To start us off, the cost of fuel is going to increase. This is based on a statement from the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority on the 14th of this month, where it disclosed that the cost of petrol is going to increase by 16 shillings and 96 cents, while that of diesel is to increase by 21 shillings and 32 cents, while the cost of kerosene is to go up by 33 shillings and 13 cents per liter. Now, let's look at what the president had to say when he was in the campaign trail regarding fuel.
How come that fuel in Uganda is cheaper than fuel in Kenya? So, and yet the fuel being sold in Uganda goes through Kenya. That tells you that that kind of explanation is escapist.
From those remarks by the president during his campaign, we realize that campaign promises can be enticing and talk is cheap. And even the president with the best intentions can find it difficult to implement their promises. A prophet is not without honor except in his hometown by his own people. This was testified by Jesus in John 4:44. Now, this is not what is happening here. As a citizenry, we are proud of the many things that Ruto proposes and he says on the international stage. But what we are crying here back at home is the cost of living. Is in his promises, we expected to locally be happier as a people. Hear what the citizens are saying in his own hometown.
Unasikia sasa wanataka kuraise taxes ya VAT. Saa hii wanataka kukata mishahara ya watu wananunua mortgage. Saa zingine wanasema sijui wanakata wanataka kupeleka kwa NSSF. Sasa sisi tutapona wapi? Sasa hii maneno yenye wanasema bottom up ni gani? Sasa uchumi imeenda juu. Kila kitu tunasikia uchungu sana hapa. Na tunasema tuko na mtu yetu. Ukiona wakulima hawana pesa, wafanya biashara hawana pesa, sasa unataka kuniambia hii uchumi iko kweli mzuri? Hii uchumi iko mbovu. Tunataka uchumi ikuje chini kwa wananchi ili tuende nao pamoja. Wasituambie maneno ingine.
One moment of patience may ward off great disaster. One moment of impatience may ruin our whole life. For this, we are willing to be patient. We are willing to give the presidency the time to implement those promises made in the campaign. But there are some promises that don't need time, like promises to respect judiciary, to not use the police against its citizens, promises made to a former president that if he hands over power peacefully, which he did, is going to be respected and is going to have his retirement in peace. We are seeing even those promises not being honored. We are seeing a government that uses the police to brutalize its own people, a government that posts judicial officers away from their stations for judgments against the government that don't favor the government. We see a government that has reined in on the family of a former president.
I leave to the lawyers because they should tell me what they want with my children. Yeah? Do they want? They've removed their security. Now I hear they want to remove their personal weapons. So what? Are they wanting to do that because they are planning something? And if they are planning something, yeah, my only plea, don't plan against my mother, don't plan against my children, plan for me.
Nataka nimwambie rafiki yangu rais, hata kama umenifanya yale yote umenifanya, mimi ni mtu muungwana, mimi ni mtu Mkristo, mimi sitakuwa na maneno na wewe, nitahakikisha kwamba umeenda nyumbani polepole na upumzike na uendelee na maisha yako.
We embrace the present. For lamenting in the year gone, or fearing of 4 years remaining in this presidency, we achieve nothing. For this, all we can hope is that promises made are able to be achieved in the remaining 4 years. Among the promises are that the internet will be there in all markets, that jobs will be created, among others. In conclusion, let's listen to the promises in a summary that they made together.
Ile serikali tunataka ingie ni serikali ambayo itaangazia uchumi, ishike steering sawa sawa, ndio tujikomboe kama Wakenya.
Huu tunaunda serikali ambayo itabadilisha uchumi na ili iweke pesa kwa mfuko ya mwananchi wa kawaida.
But 6 months.
To support this channel, subscribe in the button below, like this video, and comment on what areas you think we should look at and discuss together.